Hello, Nan. How are you? Dragon Puppet. How are you? Evan Mossberg. Welcome back. Your flight school homework. Okay. Nice of you to drop in then. With your busy schedule. There, just need to move a little bit. I'll get a little bit closer too. Move a little bit more, like that maybe. Yeah, lots of maybes. Where am I? There. I'm just checking stuff out. Eben, I think you are Eben Mossberg. I had a pilot before here, and he changed his name many times. Not many times, a couple of times. I don't know if you're the same dude or not, but anyways, you're welcome, man. Any flyer is welcome. Doesn't matter who you are or what your name is, how many you are. Well, that's awesome, Nun. I'm happy that you're doing well. Hey, Aseo, how are you? I had a request yesterday, Aseo. Somebody wanted Galactus and Darkseid. I felt it was a good idea. I'm just waiting a little bit to see if this person shows up. Usually shows up every day, and I believe he will though. Okay, I understand, Eben. But anyways, like I said, you're welcome to stay and visit and come by and say hi whenever you want. Okay, we're going to do Galactus and Darkseid. Now Darkseid is much smaller than Galactus. So we need somehow to have Darkseid match up the Galactus powers. Seven. This far down like so maybe. This will be interesting. Hello, hej Oskar, hur är läget? Välkommen tillbaka. Hoppas allt är okej med dig idag. Hey Swedish Air Force. Swedish Air Force. Another pilot. Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Pilot Dude. Hope you're doing well. See if we can do something different, maybe. It is difficult with Galactus' big head though. Try not to make him gigantic. So we have him a little bit further away. It would look like he's there's like a distance between them, maybe. Yeah, maybe. There. Now we have two cool poses on these guys. Hello Afro, how are you, Mr. Afro SF? Welcome back. Aseo, you can send me a message here, a DM if you want to, or on Instagram too. Name is Mario Toros Art. I think there's a link on my page there. I don't think it goes to Instagram, by the way. But try to DM me here, Aseo, and I'll remember you and I will accept your... I will answer you, of course, if you send me a message. I answer everybody, man, so... Let's talk if you want to, no problem. I rarely draw Darkseid, so I'm not very familiar with his look and anatomy and all that stuff, so it could happen that I need to see how he look. I still can't believe that we got to see Galactus. on the big screen. I saw him on IMAX. Still can't believe that happened. The only thing I remember about this guy, he has this Greek letter here, the Omega. There. Let's start with that and we will start to ink these two heavyweights. Yeah, now I know his pose. So I'm gonna do the outlines as usual, and I'll choose the detail on the suits and all that stuff as I go along. Yes, Afro SF, it is Galactus, and he's fighting Darkseid. This is requested yesterday by a viewer. Hopefully they will show up soon. Hey sleepy butt, there you are. We were just talking about you behind your back. No, I'm joking. Nice to see you again, dude. Your English is awful today? Nah, it's pretty good, dude. Hey, Raziaka. Oh, yeah, that rat has that rat is angry about something. You didn't give him enough cheese, maybe. You need to give the rat some cheese, Raziaka. Oh, really? Is it? Is it out of focus? It happens sometimes, you know, it happens sometimes. I don't know why. But this is like, Raziaka, this is pencil work, so I think you will be clearer. You can't see the pencil work where this is, if you want to see closer my pencil work, how I do it, this is what I do. There's nothing like, wow, awesome. And this is like, so I know where to start inking. I never do all the main details and stuff like this. At this stage, anyways. Sleepy Butt, I was talking to somebody, I can't remember, it was a pilot student. Now I can't remember exactly what he was called. Oh, your plan worked. That's awesome. Now let's start with Galactus month. It was a bit funny. Jack Kirby designed Galactus, but he designed him like with a mask. Because Galactus is like wearing a mask out in space. More or less a space god needs a mask. I was thinking about it too, watching the movie. Just a funny detail. Now, in the movie, the only thing I wanted from Galactus' design that his head were a little bit bigger, because I know Afro, you and I, we talk a lot about John Byrne. I like John Byrne's design of Galactus, because he always gave him this humongous head. I felt that that fit Galactus, that humongous head, in John Byrne's design. The original designer, Jack Kirby, I don't remember him doing something like that. Maybe he did, but I just can't remember. Oh, I need to be honest, I need to check Darkseid's design. I can't remember how it looked, this dude. I remember like his face and head like this, but everything else not too much. So what was the plan, Raziaka? Hello Yannick, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Okay, you okay? That's good. I'm always happy Afro SF when I draw stuff and people are like, oh, I can see who it is. It's kind of like a bummer when if you're drawing a chair and people are like, oh, nice socks. Well, I wasn't drawing a sock. Thank you, Yannick. Thank you very much. Well, Aseo, the Batman, I must go with, what his name, this dude? Fink or Flink, can't remember his name. Always when I need to talk about artists, I always forget their names, but his name is Fink or Flink, something. I like that artist. He drew Moon Knight too, I remember. And Superman, I need to go with John Byrne there. John Byrne is my favorite in almost everything. Yeah. That's me being lazy, dudes. But that's the truth. What was the plan, Raziaka? Tell me. What do you mean that the Danish Air Force was here 7? Oh, we're talking about Darkseid and checking him out, his design. seen different designs. Yeah, he has cool designs, this dude. Okay. Let's continue. He does have a nose, right? Yeah. But he doesn't have a mask like Galactus. Yeah. Sometimes some people like draw him with armor, or he has these like more regular clothes with what I used to call a big skirt. Of course it's not. Even Galactus have this big skirt. Kinda looks cool though, to be honest. There, now we have the dudes. Let's have Galactus' thumb. They're reaching out for him. Of course, he has a pinky here hidden somewhere, but so it's not that he's, because he's an alien, he's missing a finger. Maybe he's missing toes, though we don't know that. We need to check that out someday. Show me your toes. Thank you, Raziaka. Thank you very much. No, I didn't mean Henry Flint. No, I didn't mean him. He's like, he was pretty huge in the 90s, I think, this artist. Finch, I think it's called, Finch. And like I said, he drew Moon Knight. Yeah, we're talking about Moon Knight too. So here I'm going to give Galactus the mask that I was talking about. He's like a space god that need to use a mask. It is kind of curious, isn't it? But we don't judge. Dude is allowed to wear whatever he wants. It's rarely I feel Galactus is like need to make effort to fight somebody. This is what I wanted here. I wanted him to like he really need to make some effort fighting this dark side, because I understand the dark side is very powerful. But to be honest, I don't feel the dark side is in the same level as Galactus, but maybe he is though, I don't know. Taking away the pencil work. Oops. Almost destroying Darkseid's groin. Making him transitioning him to a lady. Whoops. Well, that was a joke, because the paper almost broke there. But no more of those jokes, because they will shut me down, shut me out, and not let me come back. Sometimes the jokes write themselves, right? There, now we can see all the outlines. So now we see who we're dealing with and who they are, these guys. We can see that it is Galactus. It truly is Galactus. Not the Cloud Galactus, but the main 616 Galactus. Oh, Afro SF, I didn't read that, but that's a comic, right? And it was by Byrne. I have some memory of seeing some panels of it ages ago. But that's on the list. I need to check that out though. So that's canon, that really happened. I thought this was like a wishful thinking from a viewer, but no, they really did make a comic about it. That's awesome, man. Thank you, Nan. Thank you very much. So there, now we will start to give them some characteristics. Okay, why does Galactus need a mask out in space as a space god, or whatever we'll call him? We need to find a reason for him to wear a mask. Maybe he's protecting the ones he loves. He has a secret identity. Sometimes I feel that Darkseid kind of looks like the Thing, because he have this stony face. His skin kind of looks like it. You don't have a human skin. Change up the pants. Yeah, that was the original origin. I remember that it became like pure energy, and then he created this suit to keep his energy inside. But of course, like you say, the afro, they keep changing the origins and all that stuff. Oh, another one that keeps bothering me all the time, Afro SF. You have a lot of knowledge there, so I'm asking you directly, especially about the Beyonder. Last time I read something was about him in the comics, was in the new Avengers, the Illuminatis, and he was always an inhuman, apparently. But I understand that all of it, I don't know, all of a sudden he wasn't an inhuman lately. I don't know, I haven't read too much. But I understand that they like talking about retcons and all that. So what's the latest? I mean, what is the Beyonder? I mean, I understood he was like a creature from beyond existence, something like that. And then he was an inhuman, and now he's not an inhuman. So, or is he an inhuman? Maybe he still is an inhuman. I don't know. Difficult to keep up with all this that is happening. Hey Bitayo, how are you? Nice to see you again, Bitayo. I haven't seen you in a while. Not only here, but sometimes I'm searching for you on Instagram and I see the cars, of course. I hope you're doing well, Bitayo. Yeah, Afro SF. I understood lately in the second Secret Wars, the last one, that the Beyonder was just a child. But what I want to know, Afro SF, is how did they explain away that he was an inhuman and then he wasn't an inhuman? I mean, was there ever an explanation for that, or are they like pretending it never happened? Because it happened with the Illuminatis, and I feel that it's like important stuff happening when we're talking about the Illuminati. Oh, okay. Nice, Bitayo. I'm looking forward to it, dude. I'm very good. Back to work and all that comes with it. Hey, Kane, draw stuff. How are you? And welcome, Kane draws stuff. I know that Darkseid, not because of his name, but I understand that he uses a lot of dark clothes. The little that he uses, he doesn't use too much clothes, this guy. Changing up the pen. This one is, we need a little bit thicker. This one is a bit thicker. I don't know why, but I'm not going to give him the skirt. Like I said, he looks kind of cool in the skirt though. But there's no special reason, I don't know. I just felt like it. This pen is giving me a lot of gray, as you can see. This means that it's drying up, which of course happens often. So these, when we do like this, it will take a little bit longer. But of course we have bigger pens of also. Take the majestic one. Let's call this pen Galactus. We'll use the Batman voice on this one. Galactus. There we have some cool shadows on Mr. What's his face name? Darkseid. Keep forgetting his name, this dude. Oh, okay, I need to search for it, or Afro SF, because that kind of bugs me, you know, when they have like a huge story like that and then they ignore it. It's like everybody forgot about it, and I feel they can't do it like that, especially when it has to do with the Illuminati. Like I said, they're pretty important. I feel that whenever I draw Galactus, it kind of scares me a bit, because he has a very unique design with lots of details on his suit. I do like the suit and his details though. Jack Kirby had some original stuff when he designed. I like the stuff he did. I mean, you can see it on Black Bolt 2. Black Bolt. He has this cool design too. Yeah, Afro SF, it should be like that with all the writers though. Marvel should be very hard on that. They should like the continuity is fairly important, or is very important. I feel for the lore. It should be like that. Another thing that bugs me too. I don't remember if I said it before. I think I said it once here live, and it was this adventure with the uncanny Avengers. They were a mixed with classic Avengers and some X-Men. And what bugged me was that we had, I think Havoc was leading the team, and him and the Wasp, Janet, became an item, and they had a baby girl. And then Kang, in the end, took the baby girl from them. Now I feel like everybody just forgot about that. I was hoping that Havoc and Janet would put together a team searching for her, going after Kang, but everybody kind of forgot that. It was like the baby never existed. And I said it before too, even in House of M, Spider-Man, he had a family with Gwen Stacy. I remember in the comics he took it very hard a couple of issues after the event. But I mean, because he had real children. But they kind of forgot about that too now in the comics. But really, I'd like to see Havoc and Janet putting together a team of Avengers and X-Men to look for their daughter. Yeah, Afro SF. Kirby's awesome. Space Odyssey was awesome too. I read it, but a long, long time ago. Oh, really, Bataille art? But you'll publish it in on Instagram, or do you publish here too? I can't remember. I'm sorry. Darkseid is looking awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Afro SF. He do he does have cool outfits. He does. Sometimes they have like an armor kind of a stuff going on, and it looks awesome, man. Jim Lee made almost redesigned him. He had like a lot of details that weren't there before. Of course, Jim Lee, whatever he does, is kind of cool and it looks great, awesome. But I like this design of Darkseid, where he has like a little more simpler stuff. But okay, Betaya art. I'ma look out for it, dude. Hey Winter, how are you? Long time no seen. Sorry I didn't see you there. Thank you, Nun. How are you doing, Winter? Now I'm not going to look at the Galactus suit, all the details. I'm just going to do what I kind of remember, how it looked. I mean, he doesn't need to look exactly like he usually does. It's cool if we put like a personal touch to it too. Now let's see if we can fix his big thingies that he has here. He should have like an ear thingy here. Everything is a thingy. And this stuff coming out kind of like so. I understand that this was like a Viking kind of a inspiration from Kirby's side. Now this he's like in a I mean his position is a bit different than he usually is. So let's see if we can fix this somehow. Should be able to be something like that, right? Let's do it like that. I'm going to fix this. There, sorry. I need to start charging one of these phones. You get to see my arms for a bit. Can I make so you can rest your eyes? Now we're going to use this trick. I know a lot of artists out there are like, that's cheating. And I'm like, well, when I'm trying to lose some weight, I also cheat. So maybe that's a part of it. There, we have his ear stuff. Yeah, let's do like that. might have some. I'm having a lot of shadows in his face, Galactus, because they will be light. His hand is lighting up. I will not make any details on his hand, so it will look like it's lighting up, and the crowd goes wild. Hooray! Yeah, Raziaka, I'm betting for Galactus. I know that Darkseid is strong, but I think Galactus is on a whole other level. That's what I'm thinking. See if we can remember. I think we will give Galactus something like this, though. He has something similar there on his suit, but this is what I will give him though. Now let's change the pen. Let's make it a bit thicker. I think it's more accurate. There we have more shadows on his face. It looks more realistic with more shadows. Oh, okay. No spoilers, please. But of course, they should. I mean, the comic book would be very boring if Galactus had the overhand in the whole comic, and like, because I'm pretty sure that Galactus is more powerful than Darkseid. So they should, of course, do it more interesting in having one of them not lose immediately. So of course they should. I understand now, remembering some panels that remember that Silver Surfer is in it, if I remember it correctly. Which makes me want to read it even more. See if we can fit, somehow get the other helmet, whatever we'll call it, wing or whatever. No, let's not do that. Let's have the hand glow it away. I'm happy I bought some new pens today, because these pens were like giving up. So today I went to buy a couple of them. But I need to buy all the time because I can't draw with them when they're like semi-working, meaning that they're like working for a while, and it gives this, like it's doing now, it gives this grayish kind of a tint. Let's turn them around a bit. Hey Kayaman, how are you? Kayaman 2010. Yeah, that's a good idea, Kayaman. Green Lantern and Nova. I like that idea. There. Let's see. Oh, let's give. what will we call this? Is this his beard? Can we call this a beard? We will give it some texture anyway, so it doesn't look like nothing. It is some beard. Let's say it's beard. So he looks more powerful, this guy. Now let's do some cosmic effect. This is the Kirby way to make some cosmic. I loved seeing this as a kid, and I felt it was a genius way of Kirby to show some cosmic energy when he did like this. Of course, he did it much better, but it is what it is. And most of you guys are sitting at home now asking, what the H is he doing? What's that supposed to be? Just going to do it in my own way here. Make it a little bit transparent. Especially the closer to the glowing hand we're coming. But I want the effect. I don't know if I did reach that effect. I wanted the effect that this glowing hand is shooting a big blast of cosmic energy, and Darkseid is resisting. It's not affecting him as Galactus would like to. Let's give him a little bit more shadows in his face. But not too much though. I feel it kind of fits him in this one, not having too much. I believe I finished. I believe so. I know Galactus doesn't look like he's himself. It was one of those days, you know, hard day at work or something. Or maybe it's ordered something. But that's it, my friends. It is Darkseid facing off against Galactus. Who would win? I don't know. I'm saying Galactus. Hey Chakib, Baul, welcome. Yeah, it is Galactus. Hey Raziaka, yeah, he eats planets. You're right, Raziaka. That's very powerful, I think, if you're eating planets. But yeah, that's what it is. I'm always trying to challenge myself for you guys who are artists here and trying to learn as well. I'm always learning new stuff. It's always nice to challenge yourself, like I did Darkseid in position. I'm under him directly, so the perspective is very different from it usually is when two guys are facing off. I mean, if we make this a cover, usually is two people attacking each other, but from each side, one from the right, one from the left, or from up or from down. But I made him like I'm standing under him, and Galactus is above him, but bending down towards him, shooting him, blasting him with his hand, and in the same time charging up this hand to punch him. Yeah, that's pretty violent, I guess. But it's the world we live in, dudes. There. I needed that little detail. Okay, my friends, that's it for today. We did what I wanted to do. I hope you guys liked this request. I think it was you, wasn't it, Mr. Afro? But I hope you liked it, and I don't know, let's see what happens tomorrow. Green Lantern and Nova could happen, I'm not sure about that, but let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay, my friends, we are signing off. Me and the powerful dudes here, wishing y'all a good night. And yeah, so take care of each other, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Now have a good night and take care of each other, and or good evening. I don't know where you're at, but it could happen that it's at evening. There, we're signing off.